Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back today for another video. Now, in this one, guys, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. This video is going up early in the morning on Christmas Day, depending on where you live, but nonetheless, hope you have a fantastic day. Spend it with family and friends. This video is going to be all about the skin that you see on screen right now. It's called Glimmer, and it is essentially a winter princess slash queen. We'll get into all of that in just a second, but definitely, guys, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. I'm uploading daily Fortnite content, keeping you fully up to date on everything you need to know going on in the game. So make sure to turn on those notifications and keep an eye peeled on the channel for new updates. I want to give a shout out to these guys for using my supporter creator code. It's Pineapplez YT. I know today is Christmas, and a lot of you guys are probably going to have spare V-Bucks to spend courtesy of Santa. Do me a solid and throw on that Pineapplez YT supporter creator code. It really helps me out tremendously, and that would be much appreciated. So let's take a quick look at the skin itself, shall we? Like I said, it's called Glimmer. She looks like she is a princess or a queen. There have been mixed reports on both. We'll dive into that in just a second. She's also got an axe called Flurry with a snowflake on it, and a glider called the Crystal Carriage, which has a unicorn on it, and it emits snow trails when you're gliding down. Overall, it's an insanely cool skin. It is 2k V-Bucks though, so it's on the expensive side, but you know, if you think it's a cool skin, go for it. Plus, a lot of people are going to have more disposable V-Bucks around this time of year, so clearly I think that's why they're probably putting out more expensive skins. It's a good business strategy. If you read the description of the skin, of the Glimmer skin itself, it says, elegantly reclaiming winter's crown. So by that right there, the crown is confirmed, and obviously you can see the crown, so she is some kind of royalty, some way, somehow. Fortnite put this tweet out right when the skin went live, and it said, "This queen holds a grudge. The new Winter Wonderland gear is available now." So it looks like she is a queen, confirmed via Fortnite's Twitter. She's a snow queen, not a princess. I thought she was a princess at first, but no, she's a queen. So I was sitting here thinking to myself, how could this relate to the storyline? Because it's not uncommon for Fortnite to have item shop skins relate to the storyline. It's not as common as it used to be, but it's definitely still plausible, definitely still on the table as an option. So I was thinking possibly how this could fit into the storyline, and then it hit me. There's a castle on Polar Peak, of course, a snow castle, and there's an Ice King. There is an Ice King, tier 100 in the Battle Pass, as I'm sure you guys know, and now we have an Ice Queen. We have an Ice King and an Ice Queen now. It makes perfect sense for her to be, you know, the queen of that castle, considering everything we know. Even though there's a good chance that the Ice King and Glimmer are tied together in this castle, there's a good chance they're linked. It's interesting that they look almost like polar opposites. No, I don't mean male and female. I mean, the Ice King looks menacing. He looks almost scary and evil in a way. This girl looks extremely bright, uplifting, happy, the exact opposite of the Ice King. So in that regard, they're not at all alike, but the simple fact that there is an Ice King, and then Fortnite confirmed on Twitter that she is a queen, it makes sense that a king and a queen, the only two in the game, would be paired up together. Let's assume for the sake of this video that they are tied together. They both live in that castle, or they both formerly lived in that castle, whatever. What kind of link is there between the two? Because I'm not all that sure that they are on the same page, considering how happy this girl looks and how menacing the Ice King looks. It's not confirmed what the Ice King's motive is for coming to the map on the iceberg yet, but almost certainly he doesn't have good intent. You know, the iceberg came when the snow biome hit. There was an invasion, you know, everyone seemed to be attacking the island right off the bat as seen in the trailer, so I'm not sure there's any, you know, good blood with the Ice King, but you know, just looking at the way the Ice Queen looks, even though her name isn't officially the Ice Queen, I can't see her actually doing anything evil. I just can't look in her face and think that she's an evil person. Of course, I'm not declaring that as truth at all. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it probably won't end up that way. Doesn't mean it won't, though. I want to go back to the description. Elegantly reclaiming winter's crown. Reclaiming is the key word in that sentence. I wonder if that means anything at all, or if it's just a way to simply describe the skin. I like to look deeper into these kind of things. I like to believe Epic is having hidden meanings in there. And so let's think about it. If she's reclaiming a crown, that means she would have had to have been kicked out of the crown. The crown would have had to have been removed. And if that's the case, is it possible that the Ice King overtook her castle, threw her out, and now she's trying to somehow figure out how to get it back? Is it possible that maybe somewhere along in the storyline for this season, there will be a conflict, and then the Ice King could be, defeated, and then the castle could be reclaimed by her? She could retake her throne. Might as well go ahead and take a second look at the tweet Fortnite put out when the skin came, and they said, "This queen holds a grudge." Now, to me, the key part is holds a grudge. If someone is holding a grudge, obviously someone or something did something wrong to you, like they did something bad to you, so now you're holding that grudge against them. Someone who might have gotten kicked out of their castle, had their crown removed, been forcibly removed from power, might hold a grudge against someone who did that to them. So, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I feel like the tweet and the description kind of line up hand in hand, and it seems like Epic is trying to tell us something, relay us some kind of message with the description and the tweet. Obviously, take this all completely with a grain of salt. None of it is confirmed, and this is all just me thinking out loud, but man, does this make a lot of sense. It really does. It just makes too much sense that there's already an Ice King in the game, and now there is an Ice Queen. Although her name is not officially the Ice Queen, she is a snow queen. She is clearly a queen, and she's dressed up in winter festive kind of snowy gear, so you can make that assumption. I'm curious to see how this develops from here. We have, 65 plus days left in the season, and that's a lot of time for events to transpire. I'm going to be curious to see what the relationship is, if any, between this Glimmer Skin and the Ice King. Is the Ice King evil? Did he come and take over control, seize control of her castle and kick her out, and that's why she's going to reclaim her throne and hold a grudge against someone? A lot of skins that come in the very slightly, very minimally, but main storyline implications don't often happen for item shop skins anymore. It does happen, but back in Season 3 and Season 4 especially, those item shop skins were big. I mean, Flytrap back in Season 4, the female Omega, the female Carbide, the list goes on and on. Recently, like I said, there haven't been a ton of those skins that are very meaningful to the story, but it still does happen, and I feel like this is making a little too much sense to not be anything at all. Holding a grudge and reclaiming the throne. Those are two extremely key parts, and I bet Epic didn't think people would read too far into this, and maybe it means absolutely nothing, and maybe I'm a madman, absolutely crazy, and this means nothing, but I think it's worth pointing out just because it all, at least in my mind, makes a little too much sense. Guys, make sure to let me know what you think about the Ice Queen. I know that's not her name, and I've said that a lot, but I'm gonna call her the Ice Queen because that's what she is in reality. Her name's Glimmer, but she is the Ice Queen. Even her crown has the spikes, kind of like the Ice King has on his head. Obviously, it's not identical, but it's very similar, so there are a lot of comparisons you can draw between the Ice King and the Ice Queen. There's not a whole lot of information, obviously, because the skin just came out 2.5 hours ago, but we're already drawing conclusions, already trying to figure it out, and honestly, I think we may be on to something. You guys actually pointed this out to me on Twitter, which was amazing. You guys really do help me out more than you ever know, so if you could please drop your opinions, drop your feedback, drop your ideas in the comments about this video, that would mean a lot, and it would go a long way in helping us figure out what's going on for real. Guys, drop a like on the video and subscribe with notifications turned on if you like what you see and you want to see more. RIP, I was so stupid blowing myself up right there. From my family to yours, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season, regardless of what you celebrate. I hope you have a great time with family and friends. I'll catch you in another video very soon, and until then, guys, I'll catch you later, and peace.